Hello everybody, this is Oliver from Neo and today we are going to talk about vegetal taste profile. Within this video I want to talk a little bit about how this most dominant note in the green tea is actually developed and how the description a little bit also for you works. Then once when you taste a tea that you can more kind of explain for yourself or even for your friends how a tea tastes like, and that you really can start further develop your palate and further develop your taste experience of a green tea. Normally when you have tea falls into 5 different categories. So 5 different taste categories. One is floral, one is vegetal, one is fruity, one is savory, and one is spicy. These are the 5 main categories, and green tea, due to its green taste, so this vegetal taste, it is mostly into this segment. And the vegetal in general is kind of situated between the fruity and the savory. When we go into the savory, this can be, for example, rather a little bit green beans or edamame, close, the savory close to the green. So green beans, edamame, this is a little bit the taste profile you can have, but also savory can a little bit go into the seaweed part. Then you have a little bit the leaf green taste, so the green taste, vegetal taste, which is going more into a fresher, nearly basil, a little bit of lettuce, then spinachy tones, which are dominant in this kind of leafy green segment. And finally, you also have the lush green. Lush green is really a little bit this grassy texture, like fresh cut summer grass, a little bit of wheat leaf grass, so all a little bit around this grassy tones. And finally, you can have the green or the vegetal, which goes even into the direction of a little bit of a citrusy or closer to the citrusy note. And there also a little bit the astringency can come in. So when a green tea goes strongly into this citrusy note, you can then add or kind of can link to these the little bit astringent note of the tea. And in the green tea, the thing or the molecules or the parts which really trigger this grassy or vegetal taste is actually the polyphenols. And when you have a high concentration of polyphenols, the tea even can get bitter. And then as an additional point, the theanine is also part of it, or theanine which is a part of it. There actually you can go more into the savory part. So the more polyphenols you have, the more of a little bit this vegetal tones you have, the fresher the tea can become. And when you have a high concentration, then the tea becomes bitter. So it's always a question of balance within the taste. And to really make this kind of taste experience now, I am taking now a sencha which is coming from the island of Yakushima, and I really want to see in which direction this tea really goes in terms of this vegetal flavor. So I'll just take 5 grams of the tea, I put it into my kyusu, and I preheated here the water. And I leave it in now for 1 minute. Good, this minute is now through, and let's have a look how this taste or this tea tastes like. So we already can see beautiful polyphenol green taste of the tea. This tea has been shaded also for around 1 week, and therefore it has also a little bit of a more sweet tone. But let's really see on the vegetal side, so only on the vegetal taste aspect, how this tea does taste. So what I definitely have is it is a little bit on the savory side. So the shading of this tea leads to this tea moving a little bit in the direction of still being green, so still being quite vegetal, but going really into the direction of this kind of savory green, so green beans or edamame style. It's not too savory in a seaweedy tone, what you might know from, for example, from a fukamushi, which is really like in this savory, sweet kind of taste notes. Here we are still on a very light note, so we are more in the section of the green beans, we are more in the section of the edamame, and you even got a slight nutty flavor which can come out, which is also typical for being around this a little bit more greenish savory notes. So there the nutty flavors can come in, and this is mainly triggered in the taste profile of this green tea through the theanine, which is then developed or kept in the plant thanks to the shading, and maybe even you can longer shading processes like 21 days, for example. So this is 1 week, but you can go up with Gyokuro to up to 21 days. And let's see if we find a little bit of more. So there's still this nuttiness. There's a little bit of a lettuce, a little bit of a more cabbage, so lettuce and cabbage flavor profile also there, but it's definitely in the more savory spectrum of the vegetal taste. But it's light, so it's not this seagrass or seaweed taste, so it's more really into the green bean section. But it's also spectacular with this tea here, so it gets quite a lot of sediments, so we have quite a lot of sediments in the tea. And as soon as I mix the sediments more into the liquor, so I drink it also with the tea, you have automatically more of the grassiness coming out. So this is something kind of a little bit this more grassy, wheatgrass, summer grass, or even spring grass. These tones, they certainly come out the more leaf you will have in your liquor which you're drinking. The thing here is that especially fukamushi, so especially deep steamed teas, they will show this note as they're more particles in the water. So you will have a water which is on the one hand with a fukamushi or with a deep steam tea, you will have on the one hand this seaweedy, a little bit more savory taste notes, but as you're drinking it, there's much of grassiness swinging with the tea. In this case here, with this one here, I have a little bit of a spinachy note, but I'm very strong in this edamame green bean section, and when I drink the particle of the leaves, I have a little bit of this grassiness then coming up. So this is the taste experience I have with this one here with 70 degrees, so around 150 Fahrenheit. And yeah, that's a little bit on the vegetal side, just compared on one tea. And yeah, do this at home, try it out, see in which direction the tea goes, and it's really an amazing experience to see where your palate guides you and how the different taste notes develop also in your palate. Thanks a lot, I hope you liked it, and I wish you all the best. Have a great day. Bye bye.